in the group, but there are a number of competing products out there like Jensen AI and ACT, although ACT goes a little bit too far, right? With just a few enhancements, text in bulk could replace a number of those. You could be a real player on that scene of providing. What I use Jensen AI for is I do rent and rank. Some people call it rank and rent, but I rent it first and then I rank it. And so a call comes into one of my Twilio numbers, and then I have that number forward to their number. And you just need some options, like I want to record it, and some reporting would be nice, but it's nothing extremely far out of what you're already doing.
Well, you can do that already, by the way, in text in bulk. So, I mean, you can go to any of your phone numbers, just go configure your phone number, put in the number that you want to forward it to, and if you just want it to go instant, turn on instant call forwarding, and it will be forwarded instantly to that phone number, and it is all recorded already in the platform. So
the only thing you don't have is what? Reporting?
Yeah, that's the only thing that's actually missing is reporting, but you can grab all that from Twilio until we build it out. It is something we're building out in the second version of everything, but until then you can grab your reporting straight from Twilio.
Right. That'd be a big saver, because some of these guys, they'll charge you $37 a month, and then so much per client. Some of them start off so much per client right off the bat. So there's some value there. There's a whole market there to be tapped.
So you can, for sure, the only thing we don't do yet is the reporting, and we are going to be adding in the reporting.
What about round robin? If number A doesn't pick up, it goes to number B.
No, we don't really do round robin. I guess I could give you the option to do round robin. We just send out the phone call to all members, so that if you go in and add multiple members here, they're all going to get the phone call, and whoever picks up first is whoever gets the call.
And what if it goes to voicemail? I assume that call is lost, correct?
Correct. It would be lost to some extent, sure, but it's going to be, if you've got multiple numbers that it's going to, then it's going to be a rare occasion that's going to happen, because it's going to be going out to all those numbers at the same time. And then, it takes a while for a voicemail to pick up.
Well, if the phone is off, that's what I was thinking. Because, if somebody's phone is off all the time and you're sending it to 5 people and one guy has always got his phone off and it's just going straight to voicemail, it kind of ruins it.
Right, and sending out to all at once doesn't necessarily solve the issue. You may have a situation where you've got a site that's ranking and it's bringing in a decent amount of traffic, and you want to rent to, say, 3 different people, right? And on that situation, you want to send those calls out on a rotational basis. Number 1 the first time, number 2 the second time, number 3 the third time, number 1 the fourth, the next lead that comes in. And I know that all these things are possible because people are doing them and using a Twilio backend. So I'm sure they're just manipulating the Twilio API.
Well, it's pretty, the round robin's not hard at all. The round robin's pretty easy to do.
Also with Call Tracking Pro, which is what I've been using up until, I'm still using it actually, because there's some features that you guys don't have yet. But for the whisper, I saw that you have the text to SMS whisper, but I don't want to record my voice. I don't want to tell them hey, there's a lead coming in from Andrew. I know I could get online and find another MP3, a text to speech MP3 downloader and do that, I guess. But it would just make it easier if it was all within text in bulk.
It is all within text in bulk, so you can go in on your whisper on your Whisper, you can go in and just do a text only on your Whisper if you want.
I thought that was for SMS. Like I thought that was if they send you an SMS. So, but what about like when the people call and they hear like this call will be recorded for audio and or control purposes?
That's not a Whisper. That's your intro audio.
Right. Can we get a text in there as well? So I can just write a text.
Yeah.
Is the motivation for that, Andrew, because you want it to sound more professional and not your own personal voice?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but my audio isn't amazing.
A lot of this stuff, I'll tell you, a lot of people worry about perfection. They worry about, oh, I have an accent or this or that. And none of that really means anything. Somebody needs what you have or they don't. They trust you to get it from you or they don't.
You're right. I've got some leads coming in for a towing site, and I guess it's a smaller city, but I was getting like 5 or 6 leads a day, and I can't find a freaking towing company that wants to buy them.
Okay, that's not a difficult problem. Let me tell you what I do. Did you have trouble generating that traffic? I mean, how long did it take you to get your towing site going?
I'd say about a month and a half.
All right. Say I take a different approach because I use a mass page technology.
I've got mass pages as well.
Okay, so I use text in bulk, and I set up an IVR, right?
Okay.
And I set it up by time zone, and I found that first off, most people, all of my sales come through in the afternoon. Anything I put out in the morning is just going into the garbage, right? It's just wasted leads. So I start sending out in the afternoon. I've got my list by time zone so that as it gets later in the day, it's moving further west, right? And what I've been doing is it's every Monday I work for about 3.5 hours, and I've been picking up 3 to 4 clients every Monday doing that.
Okay, but I mean, there's only like 4 towing companies within this general area, and I didn't realize there was only like 3 or 4 towing companies when I had ranked it there, and that's my problem.
So there's not one of them that wants all of your leads.
That it blows my mind as well. Like I've called them and I'm like, listen, I'm going to send them to you for a week for free. Like I've even sent 42 calls when I initially was getting started because I was getting some spam calls at the beginning because I did some bad local citations. But I've gotten rid of all those. I blocked all those calls coming in. And after about 40 calls of good leads, I decided I'll give them a call and see if they wanted to keep buying them. And they're like, well, we've never received a call from you. And I was like, you've never received a call that said incoming lead from Andrew? And they said, no, we don't know what you're talking about. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
That's when you turn around and you produce a report and you give them a list of the numbers that have called them.
Yeah, I think I was more angry than anything because I know they heard the voice because I actually forwarded the number to somebody else and called it just to see if they could hear that message, and it does play. So they were lying to me, and I don't know if they were just thinking that I was wanting to charge them for those calls or what, but I was just trying to build up like a rapport with them.
What city is this in?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, I certainly wouldn't deal with that person again, but I'd take those leads and I would send them to somebody else, and then I'd call them up and I would tell them, I've sent you X number of free leads over the last month. Okay. And they're absolutely free. I just wanted to show you that I can deliver.
I think I'll do that. I mean, obviously I'm going to do that. I'm not going to let the calls just go to waste.
Are you trying to charge by the lead, or are you renting out the site?
No, I'm not really renting out the site. I was going to do by lead.
Yeah, by lead's a little tough. What you really want to do is you want to have them believing that they're getting the buy of the century. Okay. Right? They're getting a much better deal than what they normally come up with. So I'll lay this. This replay goes out to a lot of people. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lay this.
You want to talk to me in private about it?
You can Skype me.
Okay.
Jeffrey.
I see your name over here. Well, hold on. I'll go ahead and save that. Just give me a second here. How about, are you on Facebook?
And Skype is better for me.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey period Evans 62.
Okay,
69.
I'll write you on there later after this.
All right.
So, anything in particular you guys want to go over? This is time for you guys. It's your time.
Well, I have grabbed your share funnel for the text in bulk page, and I noticed that you have a, what do you call it, a split test, an older design and newer design, and I was curious to know if you had more success with one or the other, or...
The new one for sure.
I thought so too. That was my instinct. I think it looks a little more attractive.
Yeah, the new one for sure has been much better.
How did we, I saw in a post you made that we were 117%.
Actually, like 139% or 132% now.
I'm not overly worried about it. I'm just curious how that could possibly work. You have 7,500. Well, you have 10,000 available shares.
How it works is really easy. It eats into my equity. So most, I would say 80% of the people, and I engineered it that way. 80% of the people that joined the partnership joined through me, which means that all those people, when they join the partnership, I obtain extra equity other than the 2,500 shares that I kept for Tier 5 itself for its own growth. So most people that join the partnership, they join directly through me, which means whenever they join, I consume their Tier 1 shares and their Tier 2 shares because there's nobody else above them. So it just ate up some of that extra equity.
So you're basically shortchanging yourself.
To some extent, sure. Yes and no. To some extent, to some extent, yes. To some extent, no. Yes, it does eat up some of my equity, but I already accounted for that. So.
And you'll probably get some drops on whatever December 2nd.
I'm sure there will be people who don't go in and sell any software, and then after a couple months, they realize that they're not millionaires yet, so they're going to drop off because they're just not financially as secure as other people, or they just don't have the motivation to put in work to make money as other people, and they're most likely drop off. So.
Right. It would be very silly because, you know, if you take I'll tell you exactly what I did. I took the six softwares and I rented them out in a package at $50 a month. I now have 6 people renting that without any effort at all. So my $300 a month is covered. It's a neutral expense for me.
That's what I've been trying to tell other people to do. It's super, and I've even been using you as an example. It's super simple. It's super simple to do, especially whenever you calculate the math and see what the software is actually retail for, what their actual value is. And I know they're worth that because I have people in each and every software that pay that much money right now. So it's not like you can't get that much money for them.
I have a request. It'll probably go unnoticed, but I have a request. I'd like to get rid of that $1 a day funnel. The $1 a day thing, not only does it lower the overall value of what we have, but imagine my customers coming across that $1 a day funnel. Now I look like a jerk.
I agree to some extent. The reason that $1 a day funnel is there, that's the reason that I set your guys' limit initially at 10 accounts in the beginning, was so that I knew that any Inner Circle member could easily, because that's just such an easy sell. I knew that any Inner Circle member could just use that, and with no effort at all, they could recoup their cost, and this opportunity not actually cost them anything whatsoever.
But they can do that without doing it for $1 a day, really simply.
I agree to some extent. I definitely agree to some extent, for sure they could, but that requires a little bit more effort on some ends. It's like, so, okay, let's sell it at $50. Can you do that? Yeah, sure. And you can do that relatively easy, but what does it take for you to do that? You need to go in and actually highlight the softwares, make a little post about them, talk about what they do to some extent. If you don't have a buyer's list already, if you've got a buyer's list of people who bought shit from you already, then that's a no-brainer. Those people will buy from you again, and the second time around, no big deal. On the other hand, people who don't have a buyer's list already, they can query their people on Facebook, and that's a no-brainer. It's like $1 a day. Yeah, like I can make that commitment, and if it ends up not being good, then I haven't lost any real money. That's the only reason I had those.
Yeah, here's the other thing. The company Tier 5 should have things out there at the highest price point possible, right? Because we never want to be in a position where somebody is comparing us to, wait a minute, I could go to the creators of this software and get it cheaper.
Agreed.
Wholesalers.
Which is why for some time I actually removed all pricing from all our sites, and so like when I first started the community, I removed all pricing from all the sites and didn't even have a way for people to buy on the websites. There was no way for you to buy on the website, and there was no pricing on the website. But the reason that I changed that again is because the community members didn't actually make any sales, and I can't just sit. I mean, I can now since I have enough partners and we're funded. But before I had the partners and before we were funded, I can't just fucking wait forever to get people to get off their ass and go fucking do something.
No, fully understood. Going forward, the things that we need to do is we need to protect the name of the software, right? Because we want Tier 5 to be a go-to name.
Agreed.
I write and sell software, so you know when somebody's thinking about buying a product, one of the things they ask is, all right, who puts this out? Do they support it? All that kind of stuff, right? And so we don't want any negativity. And there's another little thing. Many years ago, when the LaserJet first came out, it was $3,000. Everywhere you went, the LaserJet was $3,000. And this company in New York City called 47th Street Photo, they went to a couple distributors and they bought a very large quantity of these printers for just a couple points tacked on top, and they sold them for just a couple points more. And so they were advertising that they were selling the LaserJet for like $1,700, right? Now, mind you, up to this point, it's always been $29.99. And so Hewlett-Packard got pissed off because they have a rule that says only authorized resellers can sell it. They came into the store, found out who the distributors were, stripped the distributors of their distributorship. But the damage was already done. Nobody was ever going to pay $3,000 for one of these laser printers again. So we want to price protect it as best we can.
I agree, which is why I made the whole discussion about having unlimited accounts for everybody. That's probably not the best idea in the world.
Well, I would say minimum pricing is
that's just not possible. It's not the only way a minimum pricing is possible is if I'm the payment gateway. That's the only way it's possible. Other than that, I can't scour the internet and find everybody's sales.
You don't have to, but if you find somebody who's damaging the brand because of what they're doing price wise, you can always boot their ass out.
Sure, I agree, but the issue is finding them. That's the issue. It's like I'm not.
Well, if you get a Facebook ad that comes across that tells you that you can buy text in bulk for one-time fee of $25, right?
Hello.
Then it's something you can,
hey Mike, what's up?
Look at.
What's up?
Well, fine. He stayed a couple days. He actually stayed an extra day.
I'm muting you, motherfucker. Fucking get on the fucking live on your fucking cell phone. What's wrong with this guy? He's like, let me go hang out with these guys and talk on my phones. Come back when you're finished, Ron. No, I agree for sure that the price points need to be protected, and that's why I list the prices that I do on the website, is so that So those are the actual prices, and they're pretty smart prices, I think. They're what people have been paying for a long time for them.
You know, either you need to meet a minimum price point, or you have to add value to it. You know, value to what's being done there. It's not the monthlies. It's not the monthlies that are a problem. It's the one-offs. I mean, somebody could literally use text in bulk as a lead magnet.
For sure.
You know, and that would just absolutely completely suck.
That's why we were talking about putting the limits on everything, is because then people won't do that.
Well, there's a flip side to that, and that is right now you put these out in a particular quantity, right? If all of a sudden you see somebody's got 250 licenses that's gone out, it's a legitimate question to ask, where did they go? How were they sold? And if it was done in a way that's not good for the company, you just never recharge them, never fill up more.
Agree. So does anybody have anything they need help with while they're here? Is there anything that you guys want to specifically get help with while you're here?
Hi, John.
Hey, John. What's up, Yusuf?
Yeah, I joined today. Welcome. And I did not get my affiliate dashboard. Actually, I tried to log in, but I could not.
You didn't get it because you came from Munir, right?
Pardon?
Did you come from Munir?
No, I mean from the partnership
Right.
login page. I mean, yeah.
Right, but you came from Munir?
No, I don't think.
Munir,
Who's that?
Munir didn't refer you?
No, I don't think anybody referred me. It was from your own Facebook page.
You need to go through the units in the Facebook group. All right.
All right.
So you need to come here to the Facebook group, facebook.com, come into the inner circle group right here, go to these units right here.
Yeah.
And these units go to this first unit right here that says get your tier 5 affiliate account, and then just follow this unit. Just follow this unit. You'll just basically click on here and then follow that process, and then you'll get all set up.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
I saw a comment that you made a day or so, maybe it was today. Someone was asking about using SSL on Link Wizard. And the trick for that was to set up a CNAME record over on their domain registrar.
Yeah, you can. Like, for example, this right here, if you look, here's this right here. If you put an S in there, you'll see that it works just fine. Says it's secure, nice secure site. Goes right to where it needs to go to ClickFunnels.
I'm not seeing a screen share if that was your intention.
Shit, son! That was totally my intention. All right, let's try it. So you see like this, for example. Let's copy that guy, paste him in there. I'll put an S right there, and then you'll see he works, he's secure, and he's just routed back into ClickFunnels where he belongs.
Oh, yeah.
So all you'll do is, like, for example, all you'll do is come in here, come to your settings, let's go to Cloudflare. You don't have to use Cloudflare. I just like to use Cloudflare because it makes everything easier. But you don't have to use it. You can use whatever register that you want. I just use Cloudflare for my name servers because I like them. So for example, we can go into, let's do Chatvago, fuck it. And then what you'll do, you'll just do a CNAME. We'll call it links. And then you're just going to do lnkw.co. And then you'll just add that guy in there. And then you'll just come over here to Link Wizard. You'll go to your settings. You'll go to custom domain. You're going to add a custom domain, HTTPS, lnks.chatlogo.com. And let's just go to Chatlogo. Fuck.
How's Chatlogo coming along?
Not right now. It will be soon enough, though. But right now, it's kind of just paused until I release my clients and until we get this text and bulk shit under wraps. So let's see. We can do sticky reviews, and then we're just going to do Chatlogo, links Chatlogo, and then we're just go in here, copy that dude up, do an incognito window. Put in your S, and you'll see he works just fine, no problem, nice and secure. Goes right to where he needs to go. You just want to use a C name instead of using an A record.
Excellent.
If you use a C name, it's just like masking, so it's an alias. If you use a C name, it's an alias, so it doesn't have to. It's just like a mask. So the SSL goes off of our SSL. If you use an A name, you have to provide your own SSL certificate, and I don't think you guys want to pay $350 a pop on an SSL certificate for your short link. So just use a C name.
Yeah, I think it's worthwhile to try that because people, put a legitimacy to seeing a short link that's got an S in it.
Yeah, it's easy. Like I said, just use a C name. Use a C name record, and you'll be fine. You don't have to use Cloudflare. You can use GoDaddy or whoever your register is, as long as you use a C name and you just give the alias of lnkw.co, and the same as our short link, then you'll be fine. What else?
Looks like there's been some working on the affiliate dashboard.
Yeah, so I did just actually give you guys today access to the APIs. Let's see if we can find somebody. Here. Let's see. Tommy. Tapos. There's Tommy. Andrew. Is this right, Andrew? Or am I missing somebody?
No, that's right. It's just a fake email.
Now, I'm just saying, is this right? Is this right in your downstream, or am I missing anybody?
Yeah, I got one more, but it's just because he didn't sign up via the chat bot. He doesn't even have Facebook, so I'll do that for him.
You don't have Facebook? What the fuck kind of friends you got, bro? They don't have Facebook.
One that likes to lay or keep a low profile.
Yeah. So if you just go to manage accounts here, I added a little note so that you guys know that, so that you guys can understand that we don't send out an email whenever you add a user, that you need to let them know about their email address and password, and then give you API access. Now you have API access, and you can see here's your API access. Hopefully you understand how to use APIs. Add user, suspend user, unsuspend user, delete user. So you guys can just call these APIs, and then you can tie these into your funnels. Be really, really straightforward. Be really, really straightforward. Be really straightforward. You can do Zapier. Make a Zap. Let's go over to this bastard right here. And let's create a funnel. Let's add a new funnel. create a new funnel, collect an email, and this is just going to be link wizard test. Build that funnel. Go to the top page.
If we're keeping the agency accounts at a lower number, it's almost less work just to do it manually than through the API, isn't it?
Possibly, yeah.
It's still an unanswered question, though, how many agency accounts. People are still debating that a bit.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. We're gonna call it unanswered right now. It's an answered question. I just haven't answered it for you guys yet. I'm just letting you guys. This is still new, and I haven't sent out my legal documents, and I really want to kind of get a gauge and feel for the type of partners I have, and see if since like I said before, we're like 132% funded. I don't need every partner that I have, so I'm just trying to get a gauge and feel for the current partners I have, and see if I actually want to keep all of them before I send out legal documents, or if there's some I can tell. One of them already I told to go fuck off already, because I can tell that he's not the type of partner that I want in my company. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I've been busting my ass for the last 3 years to build up this company, and for somebody to come in and tell me that a reasonable return for their $300 investment is fucking $40,000 a month, that's fucking asinine to me. For you to tell me that to get $40,000 a month on your $300 investment, well, that's a reasonable fucking return. That's completely fucking stupid. Show me one other place in the fucking world where you get that, where you get 1,000 times. They don't even get that type of return on fucking Shark Tank. I mean, it's just fucking asinine. So this is gonna be this invoicing you, and I'm just gonna create account, set action, submit the form, save. George quit. He don't want to learn. He wants to forge. So this should be good enough right here. There's that guy. We're going to Zapier. We're going to ClickFunnels. New contact activity. Or for you guys, it could be a new sale. However, whatever you're doing, whether you're giving them away for free or whether you're selling them, if you're selling them, it's going to be a new sale. I don't want to go through the process of doing all the sales shit, so I'm just doing a new contact. Hold the phone, son. What did I just call that? Funnel.
Linked.
Shit, no wonder.
You're doing it here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Link wizard test. It should be that one.
Yes.
It's gonna be quick and bulk. It's gonna be done. Oh shit.
That link wizard work is not happening. Maybe something there, like so many scripts or anything. So you can check tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, my wife. So here you would just use a webhook. And the webhooks are going to be really simple. You're just going to use a post hook. You're just going to use a post hook, and then you're just going to come in, and then if you want to add user, you're going to grab this guy up, pop him in there, and you're going to give these guys right here token, email, product. So you're going to make sure this is Jason because that's what he wants, token, email, product, token, email, product. And then you'll see your emails there. Here's your token. It's actually your affiliate ID. Email is going to come from that guy. And then product, you can see whatever product that you want. We, for example, want to do this for Link Wizard, so we're going to use this Link Wizard product. And that should be good. status is false because it wasn't successful. Content type. Let's add that bad boy in there. So let's try this again. Let's just get rid of that guy. Call this who@bar.com. Let's make that guy form focus. All right, so that guy was created successfully. As you can see, if you come back over here, you can see Link Wizard. There he is. You see him right there, foo@bar.com. So let's delete him. Let's come back over here. Let's get rid of this guy. So just remember, use form and not JSON. And then use this guy. Turn that guy on. All right, so that guy's done now. So now essentially all you got to do is put this guy in here and then just put something here, you know. And this is, we're just going to say mds@burger.com. Now that's going to go there, and then you'll just have to wait a couple minutes because it's going to take like a minute it's going to take like a minute for ClickFunnels to hand that data over to Zapier. And once ClickFunnels hands that data over to Zapier, then that guy should show up right in here. But like I said, it just takes a little while for ClickFunnels to hand that off. You can always check just by looking at your task history and see there's been no task that matches yet. So we just have to wait for getting this new contact from ClickFunnels. Once we get that new contact from ClickFunnels, then you'll see that the API is still haven't got that fucking new contact. So let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's try this again. And call this guy cookie@monster.com. And again, we'll just have to wait for Zapier to do its thing. You see Zapier has now done its thing there. And if you come in here, you should be able to see there's McDonald's. Thanks for the weed, tacos. There's McDonald's@burger.com. And we just have to wait for Zapier to do the other one, and it will show up there as well. And then essentially you've got your API integrated, and you would just do the same thing with your other APIs. You would just do the same thing with your other APIs. Or like all you have to do is it's literally the exact same thing. You would just switch out the product. If you for your different funnels, it's going to be the exact same API. All the APIs are the same. You would just come over here and you would just switch out this product to a you would just switch over this product to one of your different products. So if you want to do text in bulk, you would just grab this product and stick it in there. Sticky Reviews, Magic Zap. I'll be adding in domain leads for you. I'll try to have that done this week. What I was going to have them focus on now was to actually put your guys' revenue shares in here. I still haven't calculated it all. Some of you guys, if you haven't checked your email, I sent you out an email. Actually, my assistant sent you out an email to collect some of your information. So just check your email, make sure that you reply back to the email with that information that I've sent you, because I'd like to get all that taken care of this week so I can go in and calculate all your guys' revenue shares. Because they don't calculate automatically, because most of the time when people come into the chat bot, most of the time what happens whenever you guys come into the chat bot and you send people into the chat bot, you don't send them they don't go into the chat bot with the person who referred them with their ID, so I have to manually go in and actually put their ID to get their account set up. So I will make everything right though, but in order to make everything right, I need to make sure you guys all have respond to that email that I sent you out.
I think I just saw it this morning or a few hours ago.
Yeah, it looks something like this. I sent you guys all out an email that looks something like this. That just says, reply to the email with your legal name, the name that you joined the Facebook group with, and whatever the partner is that actually introduced you to this opportunity. And then just make sure you join all the groups, and then make sure you get into the affiliate platforms. A lot of people have already actually replied to it. Gideon, I'm not sure if you've replied to it or not, but just make sure you reply to it.
I see my down line Dana did, but I haven't yet.
Hold up. What the fuck? Civilization. Lost civilization. Yeah, Dana will get added there. I'm not sure if she's actually out or not. Right here. Okay, well, the problem with Dana is, are you in here, Gideon? Have you?
No. No, I gotta do mine.
Well, until you do yours, until you come in here, until you actually get into the chat bot and get into the affiliate platform, I can't get Dana underneath you because you got to have this ID. Right now, she's showing that she's under Brenny.
Yeah, makes sense.
So what else?
What about those HTML templates?
What about those HTML templates?
Did you get them? You said you were going to have them on Monday. I think today's Monday. For the ClickFunnels, since I don't have ClickFunnels, I wanted the HTML versions of them.
I did not get them, but let me see if I can get them. Any particular ones you're wanting?
Well, I've already made my own for Text in Bulk and RoboContact, so I guess Link Wizard, the Sticky Reviews, and Magic Zap. I think those are the three that I need.
I mean,
I can download the HTML, but I'm gonna have to download. It looks like I'm gonna have to download individual HTML for each and every single page. So that really seems like a job for my assistant to do tomorrow.
Sounds good.
It does not seem like a job for me. That seems like a job for my assistant. So if you just send it to me and let me know which ones are the biggest priority to you, I'll just tell her, I'll have her do it first thing tomorrow. I'll be like, look, you gotta do all this shit because I don't want to do it.
Sounds good.
So what else?
What are the upcoming features you guys have been successful getting working. Or is the reskinning? Is reskinning the top priority now, or is it some other?
Well, we're doing a bunch of work, and so we still have stuff going on in Link Wizard. Wizard, we got conversion scripts coming. We're working on public share links so that you can actually share the stats publicly to other people. We've got a bunch of new integrations coming into RoboContact. I had mentioned them in the Sales Accelerator group. And then, yeah, for the most part, like I said, I still have clients that I can't just fire. Like, you're fired. I had to give them a 60-day notice because I've been for like 2 years. So I'm finishing up client stuff, and then muting somebody who fucking joins all the time with a fucking weird ass name. Then yeah, for the most part, we're doing a complete data restructuring of Text in Bulk. I've literally got 8 engineers stacked up on Text in Bulk doing a complete data restructuring, doing a complete new UI and design, and then adding in some additional functionalities like making the platform global. For the Zapier account, Ron, just send me your email address and I'll take care of that right now. If anybody's not on the Zapier account and you need to get on the Zapier account, just send me your email address and I'll do it right now, right here, right now.
I like the new design mock-ups that I've seen from your designer. Do you need any logos? I got a logo guy.
I would say that, I mean, we don't do design here. We don't do any type of design. I am recruiting a UI UX person, so I don't have to fucking pay so much from the guy that I'm paying in the UK. But yeah, we could always use logos for everything, because for the most part, all our logos, I just Photoshop them.
I would definitely suggest it. I don't like your logos.
I don't give a fuck. I just.
No, I'm not hating on your logos, but I mean they can look a lot better. And when the mass see your software, it would be better for marketing if they were some really good logos.
You know where this logo came from? I just Googled Wizard.
Link Wizard.
I just Googled Wizard and I looked at images and then fucking kept scrolling down until I found a wizard that somewhere on here you'll find this Link Wizard guy. One of these guys right here, this little white guy. Literally, fucking, I must have did something like this, Wizard logo, and then I found them like this, something like this, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm using that one. That's where we get our logos from. I just do Googling. But we're an engineering firm. We're not a design firm. We don't really do design. So yeah, logos and stuff.
Maybe I can send something.
But yeah, Ron, if you just want to send me your email address, or anybody else that needs Zapier, if you just send me your email address, I will get you taken care of on Zapier. What else though? Other questions, other things you want to go over? Ron, I think I added you already before. You guys are in. Other things you guys want to talk about and go over while we're here?
That's a pretty cool necklace.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, where did I get this from, man? I think I got this from Thailand.
Hey, real quick, John, you said that I'm going back to what we were talking about earlier, sending the SMS to these clients and stuff. You know, I want to use the group links as well. I'm assuming I have to set all this up through Zapier and Magic Zap as well.
Correct. The group links is pretty. The group link is pretty straightforward. You're going to come in here to a group link. You're just going to give it some name.
I've already got the group link. I just wanted to make sure that, I mean, I'm going to have to do all this through the Zapier and Magic Zap, I assume, in order to do this, what I'm trying to do.
If you want to use the group links, yeah, that's going to go through Zapier. And I don't think you're going to be able to use your custom domains with, you might be able to, but I don't think your custom domains, you can try it. I'm not sure if custom domains are going to work with your group links. I'll have to go in and check. Not really sure because we just added in those custom domains. So I'm not sure if they'll actually work or not.
I'm good with just sending out the link wizard links.
I just sent a group link, and it did not use my custom domain. It used the default one.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. But I can add that on the things to do. I can get it updated and changed. I just need to
I saw you were polling the group for ideas for new software.
yeah, I'm gonna have a couple developers, a little like mid-level developers that are gonna be freed up here in about 3 or 4 weeks. So I'd like to have something useful for them to do. So what else? Any other questions or things that you guys have and want to go over while we're here? Anything? This is time for you guys, not for me. I don't just come here to hang out. I come here in case you guys need my time for something.
I think I'm square.
I'm good to go.
Anybody else need help with anything? What you got, Gideon?
Well, I was going to say the IC meetings we're hoping to do weekly, and is it a floating schedule or is there like a determined routine time day?
It's Friday, around 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2:30. They're always going to be right after the other meeting that we have for the community. So every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have a community meeting for the community. I try to bring in guest speakers and stuff. Like Rachel, this week I got Spencer Meekum coming, who's another really badass affiliate marketer. So I've got Spencer Meekum coming this Friday, and those inner circle meetings will always be right after that community meeting, which starts at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. Thanks for that. That helped me plan.
So, Glenn, to answer your question, that's pretty straightforward. What you have to do is you have to go into your DNS, all right? Whoever manages your DNS. I use Cloudflare for my DNS. Maybe you use GoDaddy. I don't know who you use, but whoever you use, you need to go in and create a CNAME for whatever domain that you want to use. Let's say ClickFunnels, and then you need to point it to target.clickfunnels.com, and then you're going to add that.
We aren't seeing your screen if you're trying to show us.
Shit, son. I am trying to show you. All right. So you're just going to do like whatever you use. I don't know who you use. I use Cloudflare. So I'm just going to add a CNAME for, let's say, CF ClickFunnels. And then you're going to use target.clickfunnels.com. You're going to add that guy in. Then you're going to come over to ClickFunnels. You're going to come here to your domains. And then you're going to add a new domain. You're going to use an existing domain. Pick the domain that you just put. And then you're going to add that domain in. And you're going to say, I've done this step. And then you just pick whatever funnel you want to associate it with. You don't have to do that right now. You can do that later. Just by coming in here, hitting on edit, and then you can just pick whatever funnel that you want to associate it with. And that's all you got to do. Does that make sense? Or are you confused still? Well, I'm not getting what you're asking, so. Changing the payment processing, well, that's easy. You just go into the funnel that you want to, you just go into your funnel, and then you hook up your own payment processor. So you have to come in here, you have to go into your integrations to payment gateways, and then you have to hook up your own payment processor. You'll just add in a new gateway, hook up your own payment processor, whatever you want, and then once you hook that up, you just go back into your funnels, and then you'll go to whatever funnel that you want, and whatever funnel is a sales page with a product on it, you'll just go in and you'll need to add your product. Pretty straightforward. Does that make sense, or still confused?
Lots of stuff on YouTube on that.
Good? So you're good there? That part's pretty straightforward and simple.
John, I just did my my email homework, so I sent you my stuff, my affiliate.
Cool. I'll be having my assistant going and do all that stuff tomorrow. So I'm not doing it. So what else? Other questions? Things you want to go over while we're here? Any help you need while we're here? Anybody? Anybody at all need any more help? Or not? Everybody's good? You're all helpless. These replays, all replays are always on my YouTube channel. So I upload everything to my YouTube channel. You just search me on YouTube. I'm this big guy teaching all the small guys. And then you'll just... You made it. Yeah, you did make it. You'll see everything. Everything's always here. So this is the training session that we had on Saturday. It's right here.
Can't see your screen.
Shit. So again, you just go search my name. I'm this guy right here, this big guy with all these little guys around him. And then if you just come over here to these videos, once you go to my channel, you'll see all the videos. Here's the training session that we had on last Saturday. Here's our last inner circle meeting, interview with Rachel. This is a good one. This is ice cream day, which was a pretty good one. If you like to see poor kids eating ice cream, that one's a really good one. If you don't like to see poor kids eating ice cream, then don't watch that, because it's like 2 hours worth of poor kids eating ice cream.
2.5 hours. Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely just all poor kids eating ice cream. Madness.
And a bunch of selfies.
Oh, there were so many selfies happened here. So many selfies happened on this day. It was unreal. These little kids are so damn poor, though. It's unreal. I cleaned out that ice cream thing 3 times. He ran out of ice cream 3 times. I had to go back and restock. But yeah, this is just a couple hours worth of selfies and kids getting ice cream. It was great, but yeah, everything that you're gonna want is gonna be right here on my YouTube channel. That's where I put all the videos at. Just upload them right to YouTube.
John, do you got any plans of going back to the U.S. anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm going to Funnel Hacker Live in February.
Where to?
Funnel Hacking Live. It's in Memphis. It's a ClickFunnels event. Funnel Hacking Live.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna be in Florida in February.
Yeah, it's
You can't smoke weed anyways, Vallejo.
Yeah, I'm going to Cali. I'm gonna go hit up Oregon. Then I'm gonna go hit up Denver. And I'm gonna go hit up Cali. And then I'm gonna stock all my stuff up, especially especially the waxes. The waxes are like the vape pens are really, really easy to get over here because they don't at the airport they don't even know what the fuck they are. They're just think that they're like vaporizers and shit. So I'm gonna bring like 100 of those back with me, and then go to Tennessee, hang out at Funnel Hackers Live, and then gonna meet my wife in Amsterdam for like 4 or 5 days afterwards, and then come back to work. George, get back in here. Come, George. Come on, George. Come. So what else? Anything else you guys want to go over while we're here? You guys are all good? Everybody good? See you, Darren.
Thank you.
Everybody good? Nothing else you need help with?
Have a good night.
What's up, Rod? Ron? Robbie?
Hi, John.
What's up? You guys need help with something?
I need help with lots, but I've got that much going on at the moment. I don't know where to bloody start. I'm going through it slowly, but I'll get there. I'm doing Builderall certification at the moment, so I want to get that done as well. So that's taking up sort of some of my time on a night, but then after that you've already had your meetings, and it sometimes coincides with this, but because the time's moved on, I think it's an hour, is it? Daylight savings time or something in the US. I've got a spare hour now.
Well, I'm here if you guys need help with anything. That's what this time is for. This time specifically for you guys. So, thank you.
RoboContact's not yet here, is it, in the UK yet? It's in certain areas, because I know you've got Google Maps, but
I mean, you can use it. You can use it in the UK for sure.
okay. But it's the other one, in it, text in bulk we can't, because we can't use them numbers, our numbers.
Text in bulk you can't use. Text in bulk you can't use yet. Not in the UK, but that's what we're working on right now. We're working on rebuilding it so it works all over the world. Is what we're doing right now. I've got 8 engineers working on it to reskin it, add in some new features, and essentially do some optimization of the database, restructure the entire architecture and infrastructure, and make it work globally.
Okay.
So that will be released probably around February.
So I've got plenty of time to learn that.
For sure. Don't really have any plans, to be quite honest. I don't have any plans to build any more funnels myself personally. So I don't have plans on building funnels for anything, really.
Are you leaving your tunnels in the affiliate area?
What's that?
Are you leaving your funnels in the ClickFunnels area?
Yeah, I mean, I've got all our front-end funnels already built on ClickFunnels, so I don't really have any plans myself on building any new funnels for anything else personally.
As long as you leave them in there, we can put our affiliate links onto them, can't we?
Yeah, they're already in your affiliate dashboards. If you look inside your affiliate dashboard, they're already all there. As long as you go to your profile and put in your ClickFunnels affiliate ID just by clicking Edit Profile and then popping it in right in there. As long as you do that, you'll be able to come in here and then just get, George, go back on my bed. You'll be able to go in and grab all your...
Yeah, I've done that.
You'll be able to go grab all your funnels.
Is there still available the funnel baits like for us to give away?
No, the funnel baits are available only through your limit of accounts that you have. So you guys all have a limit of accounts that you can do whatever you want with, and the funnel baits are included in that.
Okay. Have you made a decision on what we're going to do on the unlimited accounts for the inner circle?
Have not. I'm just seeing what you guys come up with on your own at first. So I figured we'll talk about it again. I figured we'll talk about it again. I figured we'll talk about it again really soon. Come this Friday.
I have a customer that's a roofer, and I'm trying to get him a list of retail, individuals, not businesses. And I've been working on it, trying to figure it out all weekend, but I really learned a lot, but I still hadn't got him a list. Is it possible to get a list and text in bulk and then send it to that other company?
Yes, but I wouldn't advise it. I mean, you can for sure, but what you're going to get is you're going to get every possible phone number that exists in that area, and we're not going to be able to tell you whether that's a phone number that's actually assigned to a phone or if it's just an available phone number.
what if we take it to that data company?
That data company charges 25 cents per request. So I'm going to give you a list of 10,000 phone numbers. So that's going to be $2,500.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to him, see what he says. I thought I could help him out, but it sounded like he's getting a call center call, and they're charging him $250 for a sold lead, per sold lead. So I was just trying to get a list for him to give to them.
You could create you can create a list. Where do you want to search from?
Owensboro, Kentucky.
How do you spell that?
OWENS.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, that's it right there.
BORO?
Yeah.
You want mobile numbers or landline numbers?
I don't think there's many people use landlines anymore. Both, I guess. Yeah, one will be fine.
Well, here's all your numbers. So if I select one of these guys right here, this is going to generate 10,000 phone numbers.
Well, what's the difference in any of these? They're just
different carriers.
I see.
I mean, this is just 270-222. So you're going to get 270-222-0000 all the way up to 9999. You're going to get 10,000 phone numbers. I'm going to give you every possible cell phone that is on this network node. Right?
See this one down here? It says 270-316.
Yeah.
That is AT&T.
I know. It says it right here.
That'd probably be the best one.
If I run this search, it's going to give you 10,000 phone numbers. It's going to start at 270-316-0000, and it's going to go all the way up to 270-316-9999. So
I talked to one broker to ask what they were selling things for, and he said I needed to get with the state of Kentucky to get a SAM number.
I don't know what that means. So,
well, it's some kind of do not call list thing.
I don't know nothing about that, buddy.
Okay. Well, I can give him these numbers and explain to him the options. He can do whatever he wants to do with them.
I mean, these numbers are pretty easy to get. It's just all you need to know is the area code, the carrier code, and then you know they can only have from 0000 to 9999. It's just every possible phone number that exists with this area code and carrier code.
Okay.
That's a lot of overhead, though. I mean, most of those numbers are not going to be issued to people.
Yeah, yeah. So do they charge you for, if you go to the data company, they charge you for the ones that are good or all of them?
They charge you 25 cents per request that you make.
So if it's bad, it's still 25 cents.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, that's good information. I can explain to him what he's up against.
Going to be $2,500 if you want to do all these.
Yeah.
Give me like 60 seconds real quick. I definitely don't think that's the way for you to go.
Yeah, I know. I got to give him some kind of information. One thing when I was trying to search, mine kept coming up with had to select one line or one something. It never would. I couldn't get it to do what you just did.
Because you need to give me either a county and a state, or a city and a state.
On my search country, it only has like it doesn't have the United States. It has about 5 or 6, and that's it.
That's because it don't say fucking country. It says county.
Oh, county. Okay. Well, it doesn't have Davis County in there, I don't think.
I think that's part of your problem, Bob. You don't think, bro. That's part of your problem, man. You don't think. There you go, right there.
That's right.
Davis County.
Davis County has got a. Yeah, that's what I come up with right there.
No available numbers. Go away, George. You shit. That's just because we're coming from here. All this data comes from all area codes is where it comes from. I should really take that out because it's kind of useless, but
LE5 4DN.
Really? Okay. I'm very interested. What else? Any other questions or concerns you have? Anything else you need help with?
Hey John, you have any plans to revamp RoboContact's website? At present, I think it's a single page website, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have any plans to revamp it with more data to it? Any plans? No.
I got a UI UX guy coming in, but we don't really do design here. So
all right.
We don't do any type of design or anything. We just build software. But I've got a UI UX guy coming in. I was hoping that this is part of where the partners will step in to help with some of this. Was a lot of my hope. No, George, get out of my computer, you little fucker. Get out of my computer. What's wrong with you? Why do you have thoughts about it? Like,
yeah, I think it could be. To be honest with you, I thought it could be much better. I mean, like, if you want to be done in WordPress, I mean, I can check with someone to do it, or I can do it myself if you prefer it that way. And maybe if I will look on it later.
Well, I'm personally not a huge fan of WordPress because it's so hackable.
Yeah, but yeah, it has its downfalls. But what I mean, you want to code it yourself?
Yeah, I'd give it to I would for sure give it to one of the engineers for sure to do it.
All right, that's okay, fine.
But I mean, I can have a designer go in. I just don't have any designers. I'm bringing a UI UX guy in.
All right.
But it's something I was hoping would come up inside the inner circle meetings, and we could figure out a way to pay a partner or to go in and get somebody to reface all the websites and get a little bit more higher end websites established.
Right. And I think there is some discussions going on regarding the unlimited accounts. My personal view is, I think it's better to limit it to 30 or as it is now, because it depends a lot on the vision or the philosophy you have for the softwares, I feel. And if you want to build something like ClickFunnels or, for example, Salesforce, giving unlimited accounts it's a terrible idea, to be honest with you.
It's really dumb. I agree 100%. It's not.
It's not.
I mean, like, to be brutally honest with you, I don't think I'm surprised that such a discussion comes up when you want to build a brand and to give out unlimited accounts. For example, even I disagree with you regarding JB Zoo, for example. Okay, and it's much better to spend that amount on ads or to promote it, to launch it in some good websites like Product Hunt or Launching Next, and to stay away from JVZoo. It's my personal opinion. It's about it's about the reputation. For example, the thing which ClickFunnels or Kartra set apart from Builderall is Builderall was on JVZoo, and it immediately devalues the brand.
Agreed.
And,
We've got a chat with these guys on Wednesday about the JV Zoo and what we were hoping to do on JV Zoo. What we were actually hoping to do on JV Zoo is launch a different brand outside of RoboContact. Like I've got a couple different domains, and we can launch it without the Tier 5 brand, just to get users into the platform to do two things. One, to start increasing the value of revenue shares for the partners, and two, to build essentially a customer list, so that as we launch new softwares, we already have a list of customers that we can just do our own organic email marketing to get them into our new softwares.
Okay.
But I agree with you. There is a big distaste from a lot of people for JV Zoo products.
Yes.
And the reason that really is because most of those products are not supported by an engineering team. They're not supported by a real company. Most of them are either like a single developer, or a lot of them are even fucking Code Canyon scripts. People go to Code Canyon, they buy a Code Canyon script, they install it on a server, they launch the shit on JV Zoo, they make some money, they shut their server down. And that's really why there's that big distaste there, is because people are just not used to getting a product that's supported or a product that's actually built properly there. They're used to, for the most part, on a lot of the software products, just getting shit software products. But the whole goal was really just that. The whole goal was just to not launch every one of our softwares, most likely do a rebrand of the software that we launch, just so that we can go in. I mean, because it's quite possible we launch a software there, we get 100,000 users. That's going to generate some revenue that will trickle down into the revenue stream shares for everybody. And essentially that will build up an email list for ourselves, whereas we launch softwares, we don't have to go to affiliates. We don't actually have to do traditional marketing. We can just send out that email list and then, put in 10,000 users into a brand new software just like that, because we already have their email and they've already been using a software that they like.
All right, that works. Okay.
But I agree. That's why we're having the meeting. I'm going to talk with one of our partners who's actually taken on a position at JV Zoo. So I'm talking with him, and then a guy that was going to handle all the setup of the funnels on JV Zoo, and then just one of my other partners who's been just doing like general advisement, just like he's been doing general business advisement for me over like the last 12 months. So I've got a meeting set up with them on Wednesday to see what we want to do and how we want to actually do it, because I feel the same way. I definitely don't want to launch something there and then people be like, oh, fuck that product, it's on JV Zoo, so we don't trust it. Plus it's built by Tier 5, so we don't trust any of their other products. So wasn't going to launch all of them at once, was just going to try one and see how it works. At the end of the day, I can always just take the Power by Tier 5 out of any of the softwares, and then if that software gets a bad name, from our perspective, it's pretty simple to go buy a new domain and then launch the application at a new domain. That's going to take 2 or 3 days, and then be done with it and start over again.
All right, that works fine.
Good night.
Hey, orange juice.
Orange juice. Where's the orange juice? Damn. So what else? Anything else you guys want to go over or talk about while we're here?
Just a quickie, John, on that tier 5.
Just a quickie.
On the tier 5 profile, I can't change that to my ClickFunnels account because my email's embedded in there and there's a no entry sign on it.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Do you know where you put your ClickFunnels link in your profile, your tier 5 profile?
Your affiliates.
Your affiliate ID. Your ClickFunnels affiliate ID in the tier 5.
Yeah.
Well, I've just tried putting it in and it won't take it.
I don't know what you're. I still don't know. What's yours?
Once you put something in, it's hard to update.
But you can't update it because I don't want you updating it. If you go in and put in a ClickFunnels ID and then you decide to update it, it causes havoc with my system whenever I try to feed in a new affiliate sale and it can't find who that sale belongs to because for some reason you decided to update your ClickFunnels affiliate ID, which never gets updated. If you go in and update your email, which a lot of people will try to do, then I don't have, if I let you go in and update your email addresses, then you can skip your payments because you update your email addresses and whenever I see your payments delinquent and I go look for you, I can't find you anymore because you've updated your email addresses. So I just don't let you do that.
Well, I'm fucked then.
No, you're not fucked yet.
But it's got my email address in my ClickFunnels ID.
You put your email address where it said.
No, I didn't put it in there, but it's in there.
No. Then I don't know what you're talking about. I think you changed your.
No, he didn't have a space. So just do it again. Just go underneath. Yeah. Next one will be a backside.
You must have updated your password, so I can't log in and see what you're talking about.
I did.
No big deal. Can you just share your screen and let me see what you're talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Ha!
See it?
God damn it, man.
I didn't put that in there.
Yeah, you did. Don't lie to me. You did. You're about like Bobby, man.
Bollocks. That's absolute bollocks. I went into ClickFunnels, came back to put it in there, and the fucking thing was there. I've done something, I'll say I've done it, but I fucking didn't do it.
I'll have them remove that first thing in the morning, all right?
All right, buddy.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What is it still available for me or anybody to pay somebody just to be my assistant there that can just set up all my files for anybody I sell at the $750 per month rate or whatever y'all had?
Yep, I've got one that I've already trained that is not here right now, but I've got one that I've already trained, and if you want one and you're planning on keeping them long term, then I'll bring in another one and train them up, but you can have mine.
Well, I'm not ready yet, but I think I'm going to do that. I'll let you know, and you'll have plenty of time to prepare.
Well, if you, I've got her prepared already, so if you're going to, all I'm going to do is if you're going to grab her up, then I'm just going to go in and get a second one, and then I'll retrain a new one. You'll get mine, and then I'll find a prettier one. I'll keep that one.
I'm sorry, Bobby, what would be the function of that person? What are they doing for you?
Well, if I sold, say, this plan, the whole shooting match, and they wanted somebody to set it all up, text in bulk, robo contact. I sold it to a real estate company, and they wanted to set it up, run their phone system through it, everything. I'd have somebody in the background to do all that for me.
Yeah.
Just like a VA, Gideon. just a technical person that can go in and set his apps up or help him with his chat bot or, you know, reset his password for his email and shit.
Getting that Google API token, nobody can seem to get their billing straight the first time. They need 3 attempts before they figure it out.
I had a guy, but he quit.
Fuck him, Bobby. He was an asshole anyway. I got somebody for you if you need somebody.
Okay. I'll let you know as soon as I get
She's got a degree in computer engineering. She's pretty good at communication, and she's good at doing the VA stuff. She does all my general shit that I don't want to do, like respond to chatbot messages and shit like that.
That'd be cool. I have to decide when I want to start paying.
So what else? Anything else you guys want to talk about while we're here?
Well, actually, since you spoke a little while ago, half hour ago, I tried to set up a CNAME record on my custom domain so that I could try an SSL link wizard, but I'm not having success. So, and I'm not on Cloudflare.
Share
I could show you a quick screen share of what the...
Yeah, just share your screen real quick. Glenn, you're added to Zapier, by the way.
I'm sorry, say that again for me.
I said, Glenn, you're added to Zapier, and I asked you to share your screen.
Yeah. Here's a screenshot. I also tried it with just using the IP address in that value field.
You definitely want that. What you have right there is what you want.
So I was having success when I used A records, but once I switched to C records, perhaps it just takes a little time for it to propagate. Maybe I gotta be more patient.
Well, go to that TTL.
Yeah. Make it immediate.
Yeah, just change that TTL and let's see what that TTL says.
It's a pull down with options for 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 20, or 5. Or automatic.
I guess go automatic then. What's the domain?
REALT, realt.li.
.ai?
Sorry, LI.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, well, I'll give it a few moments or an hour or two and see if I have any change.
I see it's pointed to, I can see that it's pointed to Link Wizard.
Another test.
Let's go at it on my end, add a new domain, http www.realt.li. Yeah, it's adding it. It just added it for me, buddy.
So without an S works for me. And now I'll try it with an S.
Don't add it in the custom domains with an S. There's no need for you to add it with the custom domains for an S.
In fact, it throws an error if you try, so I didn't put it there. Yeah, I'm getting my browser when I try to open.
Share your screen.
Yeah, good idea. Where am I? Here I am. So without the S, it jumps to the New York Times website. With the S, it gives me a error.
Try to add www maybe.
Yeah, did you do that or did you put in a www? When you added the domain, did you put in www or did you just put real.li?
I did it without the www. I just did real.li. And
oh, I think your problem is because, well, no, because I seen in your, hold on, let's see.
Do it without www.
Shut up, George.
What browser are you using, Gideon?
this is Chrome, latest Chrome on Mac OS.
Yeah, I've had trouble with Chrome also with security callouts.
Give a quick try and I've got Safari on here.
That's why I would suggest switching your DNS to Cloudflare. It's
Yeah.
free. It's totally free, so just switch to Cloudflare and it should be fine. That would be my suggestion. Just switch to Cloudflare. Point your name servers to Cloudflare. Use their free account. And it should work fine. What's up, Lance?
What's up, guys?
Hanging out.
He posted something on the GFU community.
Yeah, I had a question that I posted. I could ask it here, but not everybody will see it if it's in here.
What's the question?
The question had to do with the community membership offering versus inner circle members or partners who do direct sales of our software. If we sell that to somebody, is there a chat bot or is there anything that's going to drip on them from Tier 5 that would promote the membership? And if that is the case, it would actually be cannibalizing direct sales into community. And I understand that that will help everybody. I just want to know if that is going to happen so I can structure my offers accordingly.
If they go into the Tier 5 chat bot, then yes, it's very possible that they would receive a message to ask them to join the community, yes.
Okay, and those price points are all custom based on us setting them up. Is there an average or a lower? I'll have to look at it, but is the lowest 9?
So yes, the price points, you set the price points in the chat bot, what they get to see the software's for and what they get to see the community membership for. You go in and set those in your price preference, and as long as they come into the chat bot through your affiliate link, those are the prices that they'll see inside the chat bot. If they come into the chat bot outside your affiliate link, then they'll see my prices, which my prices are the highest prices. Because fuck the low prices.
So what's your lowest price offering for community?
$597.
Okay.
Well, I was looking.
Go ahead.
I was looking in the
No, you weren't. You were fucking in your own. You was in your own damn chatbot, Bobby. You wasn't even in my chatbot.
I was looking in your links and ClickFunnels community thing is still 97 in there.
And on the ClickFunnels link, yes, it's 97 at ClickFunnels at the landing page. Inside the chatbot, it's not. Inside the chatbot, there's not a link to the community page. There's only a link to invoice pages, and it's $5.
Are you gonna change that one to 197 or up it any?
Probably not until we get about 1,000 page users in the community.
Okay.
Realistically, we need between 1,000 to 3,000 users in our community, because in order to make sure whenever we launch a software, there's when we launch a software, we need to at least have 500 users go in that fucker and beta test it. In order for me to ensure that we're actually going to get 500 users to pour into a software and start testing the shit out of it, we're going to have 2,000-3,000 users in there, because we're not going to have 100% of the users go in. I've got people in the community right now. I don't know why they pay $97 a month, other than they have an extra $97 a month, because they don't use any of the software and they don't make any affiliate sales. They just pay a monthly membership for shits and giggles, I guess. So to think that we're going to release a new software and every single community member is going to go use it, that's just not the case. We're going to get maybe 10, 15, 20% of the community members that will actually go in and use that software. So for us to have a successful beta test of any new softwares we launch, we're going to need 2,000-3,000 users inside the community, so that whenever we launch our new software, we can launch it out to them and they can go fully test it, so that whenever we do release a software, it's actually ready for the market and it's usable. There's not any UI issues. There's not a bunch of idiots having to ask a bunch of questions, all that. When we release a software to the market, if we're going to go in and promote it and dump a bunch of ad spend in it, we want to make sure that the users already know how to use that software. How are they going to know how to do that? Our community members are going to beta test it, and if they have a bunch of questions about shit, we're going to be able to look at all those questions and say, you know what, we need to move this button, or we need to change the color of this button because they're not seeing this button that's right here. So we need to make it more user-friendly. That way, when we do release it to the market, we don't get flooded with support issues, and our users, when they come in, it's intuitive and it's easy for them to use, which is going to make it something where they're going to want to share it with their friends and say, hey, I found this software, it's awesome. And then they'll do our marketing for us.
Well, I understand that. It sounds like we ought to kind of get everybody to get as many as they can into even the lower price to start with, and then go up.
That is correct. We have to fill that community up with 1,000 to 3,000 people inside that community, and get them to be avidly using our softwares all the time, so that they can find all the bugs, so that they can find all the usability issues, so that they don't exist when we go to the market and we bring perfect softwares to the market.
What's the community currently at?
Like 90 people, something like that.
So it almost sounds like tiered pricing. I mean, I like the idea of charging more, but if we need them that badly, maybe the lower 97 or 197 should be the standard. And then as we get closer to filling up, the price points go up, or once we reach capacity, the price points, the minimum is more, because we have more softwares and more people already there.
Yeah.
Agreed. That is the model. As we get to the limit that we need, then the price of the community ends up getting higher and higher. But right now, we really need those people. If not, we're going to launch a software that's not fully tested and is not actually ready for the market. And there's no going back from that. There's no release of software that's not ready for the market, and then the market come back and say, hey, you weren't ready for us, and there's no second chance to be like, okay, well, give us some more time, we'll be ready. They're going to be like, no, fuck that, we found a different solution. So they were ready for the market, and we don't want to make that mistake.
As we need them for the red shares also. They're not going to have any value.
And that does help increase the revenue shares as well. Bringing people in there does help actually bring those revenue shares to a higher value.
So do you think personally that makes it a challenge for us that do you have forced to sell direct, even if we sold it at I don't know, $200 a month for all 6 as a bundle, they can actually have that for $97 a month or $200 a month as a community member.
Possibly, if they get into the chat bot where they don't go in with your affiliate ID. As long as you stick them into the chat bot with your chat bot affiliate link, then they're going to see whatever price point you put there. They can't see any other price.
Okay. And if we don't stick them into our chat bot, they're not going to see that at all anyways. My question kind of revolved around, as a Tier 5 software user, because we've sold them direct softwares, do they get anything unless we initiate it regarding the community?
The only way they can find out about the Tier 5 community is through the Tier 5 chatbot, not individual software chatbots. Individual software chatbots don't mention anything about price. All they are is for support only.
Okay.
We don't do any type of broadcasting through them. The only thing we do broadcasting through is through the Tier 5 chatbot. They can get access to the community through the Tier 5 chatbot. They can get access to pricing on all the individual softwares. But they're either going to get the highest price point, because that's what I have by default, everything set at the highest price point, or they're going to get the price point that you specifically set, your price point.
Okay.
So that's what they're seeing. They're either going to see my price point, which I always have the highest price point. If you come in through my link, or if you just come in directly and you ask about the Tier 5 community, it tells you it's $597. And if you don't want to fucking pay it, don't fucking pay it. I don't give a fuck. Or they're going to see your price point, whatever you set. If you set it at $297, that's what they're going to see. They're going to see $297 instead of.
Okay. And so one last question involving that. If they if that happens and they see they get into your chatbot, however, and see your pricing, and they opt in, even though they were buying the software from us originally, does that mean they're a community member under you, and we would see no second tier affiliate commissions from it?
Kind of, sort of, yes.
Okay.
But all you would have to do is say, hey, John, I got this user. Here's his email address. You can see in my dashboard, I've already set him up. He joined at a higher rate. And then I'll hook you up, and I'll be like, okay, let's go fix it.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Or your pretty VA. We'll do so.
See, here's the affiliate program. They're going to come into this affiliate program.
Yep.
And actually, they're going to come. The first thing that's going to happen is it's going to find who you are, who referred them in here. Once it finds who referred them, then it is going to come in here to somewhere in here. To get your preference, is going to go out to a spreadsheet. It's going to look you up, and then it's going to come in here, and it's going to route them back to wherever they wanted to go based on your price point.
Okay.
See, it just checks what your preference is. If you've got it set at a $67 preference, it's gonna route you in there. So, like if they ask for if they ask for information about where the hell this is. If they ask for information about any of the softwares like RoboContact, they ask for information about RoboContact, I just know, okay, this dude's interested in RoboContact. Let's go get your affiliate preference, all right? If there has been no affiliate, then he sees the $297 price. He sees the highest RoboContact price, all right?
Mm-hmm.
If he was put here by an affiliate, we go out, get your preference. This just goes and pulls your preference, and then send him back here. We know that he was interested in RoboContact, so I send him over here to this RoboContact router. and then it just sends them to whatever price point you had. So if you had a 197 price point, it sends them to that 197 price.
Okay.
But I can pretty much guarantee you that I will not be doing any broadcast in the chatbots. The only reason I was doing broadcast in the chatbots is because I wanted to actually get my OCI covered, because I wanted to fire on my clients. Now I have that taken care of. You guys aren't going to see me do any marketing anymore, because I don't fucking have the urge, and I don't have the urge to do it. I don't have the desire to do it. Before I had the need, I had the urgency to do it. That urgency no longer exists because I have my partner. So I'm not going to be doing marketing. I'm going to be building software because that's what I actually want to do.
So if I set my offers up in a way that they're using the software, they like it, but I want them to then be community members that's going to help all of us, and they do that, the accounts that I originally had assigned to them, I can delete those as users and then do it again to somebody else.
That's correct.
Okay.
I would delete them first before they sign up to be a community member. Delete them first and then have them sign up for a community membership.
Okay.
Because
go ahead.
If not, then they're gonna sign up to be a community member, and I'm gonna create accounts on emails that already exist, so they won't get created a second time, and then you're gonna go in and delete them.
And when we delete them as users and then you add them as community users, any data they had in the software remains?
No, but I can fix that.
Okay.
It would inherently get deleted right now how it is, but I hadn't actually thought about that before, so I can go in and actually fix that. Well, actually, if you sign them up with your affiliate link,
okay,
then they're just automatically removed from your affiliate dashboard under your accounts, and they show up as a sale.
You mean that as users on our unlimited account or whatever accounts that we have, they get removed from that automatically?
Correct.
You're saying? Okay.
Correct. If you sell them, if they turn into a sale, if they go through our invoice page and they purchase and they become a sale, they're just automatically removed from those accounts that you've provisioned. They still have an account and all their data's there, but they just don't show up as one of the accounts that you've provisioned anymore because they show up as a sale for you.
An affiliate sale.
Correct.
Perfect. So that means we have to make sure that we're using those specific links. I mean, obviously we'd have to. So, okay.
You can use whatever link. You can use your ClickFunnels link, or you can use those Invoicing You links. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
As long as they use the same email, if we realize that a sale has come in on an email address that you also have free accounts under, then we're going to remove those free accounts. We're not going to delete them. We're just going to remove them as one of those accounts that you have for free because we've realized that person has actually converted into a sale.
And that's an automatic thing that happens in the back end, or you're saying you as a team do that?
That's an automatic thing. It's an automation that happens in the software.
Okay. I think I'm pretty cleared up on all that. Thank you.
Yep. What else?
Hi, John. I think you are busy with text in bulk revamp as of now, but I saw a post from you asking for some suggestions. So you have decided on anything? I think I sent a comment on it. There is a software called as ConvertBox. Maybe if you can have a look on it now, if you can. So have you decided on something? I mean, any ideas?
No, I haven't decided on anything. I was gonna just give you guys some time to put whatever you guys wanted there, and then come back and
all right
later.
All right. Okay.
I'm looking for. I've got a couple junior developers that are free.
Where'd I go to make the suggestions on the software?
Inside the chat box for the
chat bot.
Chatbot?
Mm-hmm. In the menu, there's a way to make suggestions.
Bobby, are you asking for future softwares or bugs in the software?
Well, I was actually wanting to see if we could add, when we make sticky reviews and those reviews only show up on the website, you put the script in. But I was hoping to see if we could add a feature where it would automatically put that review on a Facebook page or on a Google page. So it'd be public.
We can't automatically do it. I can take them to Facebook and ask them to leave the same review on Facebook again, or I can take them to Google and ask them to leave the review on Google. But there's not an API that allows me to go in and say, hey, because you gave me this data, post it to Facebook. It will be a double entry of data.
It might be a good thing to have an option. If you want to post this publicly, click here for Facebook, here for Google, here for, maybe have 3 or 4 different popular sites that people can see.
Well, do I understand correctly? The trouble is that Facebook and Google do not have an API for people to, post on their system. They don't want that.
Correct. And then if we push them out to Facebook, there's also not an API to pull in those reviews from Facebook. So if
they have to type it in again.
That they're going to have to type it in. They're going to either have to type it in twice, or the review's only going to go to your website, or it's only going to go to Facebook. And since they're on your website, looking at your website, it just makes more sense that the review's right there on your website, because that's where they're at.
Well, yeah, that's where they should have it at first. But I just thought that that would be an easier sale for, like, if I was selling it to a customer that had a business, if I could tell them that, hey, it gets posted on your website, but also if they push this button, they can type it in Google too. So you would get more, more recognition on Google and Facebook and all that. As the business owner, they like reviews.
For sure. I mean, we can push them out to those places. We can definitely push them out to those places.
Might be after they get all the other stuff done, so that it doesn't confuse them, and then have an option for it to resubmit their review on a public site if they choose to.
We can push them out there. It's just going to be a double entry of data, or it's going to be either put it on the website or put it on a social media site.
Well, if I was doing it, I would do the site first and then give them the option to put it on another site, and just have a little note saying, you have to re-enter it here if you like to share it with the world. Now there's a company selling review programs that I bought 6 or 8 months ago, Review Pro, and they cost a lot of money to buy their class. And all it is just exactly what I said. But it only goes to those sites. So you pick one, you pick whatever site you want to review it on, and then type your review in. It doesn't go on their website like ours. But they're recommending selling that for like $180 a month just for reviews. I already got like 5 people wanting to do this with the reviews, but I just hadn't got back to them yet. I got to set it up and learn how to set it up myself before I can go do it. It's a real easy entry level. Everybody wants a review. Once they get the reviews, they say, well, what else can you do for me? You know.
Says you got a pending invite still, Glenn. I like this. Convert box. The only thing I don't like about it is there's no way for me to actually get inside the software and see inside the software. They don't have pricing or anything. They don't have a way for you to actually sign up. They just say you can get it early access. I don't think that they're actually going to give me one. Check your spam folder. So what else? Anything else you guys need help with?
Signed up for a Cloudflare account. Gonna take an hour though, they say.
Well, it's free. Just use the free account. You don't have to use a paid account or anything. Just use the free one.
Yep, that's what I did.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to be back tomorrow at the same time, right at 12 p.m. tomorrow, to give you guys any other help and support that you need. Tomorrow I'll be doing it all week in case you guys need any help and support, all right? For now, I got a couple other things to do, and then I'm going to go home. I got 5 computers I still got to build.
Well, thanks for this hour. 2 hours.
I'll put it up on Facebook or up on YouTube in just a little bit, all right?
Cool, John. Thanks, man.
Yep, enjoy the rest of your day. If you need anything, just post in the group, all right? See ya.
See you guys.
Hey, John.
See ya.